And welcome back, guys, to the FSL Valorant Open Circuit 2021. We are your casters. Hey, I'm Quack, and with me is Jenny Ray Rachuli. This is it's going to be DFT Finestra versus Gamer Girl Philippines right now in the lower brackets.
Yep, we are into round three of day one group stages in the lower bracket. Once again, just to remind all you guys back home, we are playing a double
Select your
elimination
agent.
format. However, both of these teams have previously already lost some of their earlier games. So for both these teams, this is kind of their last chance to make it into tomorrow's playoffs for this weekend of the FSL Valorant Circuit 2021. Whichever team loses this game means they're going to have to wait one whole month to participate in the FSL Valor Open once more. So definitely a lot on the line for both of these teams. Just teams trying to, rack up as many points for this circuit that they can.
Yeah, as many points as you can, and then the more points you have, the higher chance of getting, started into the FSL Elite, which
Mhm.
happens in October, right?
Yeah, 20 something. It's like the last weekend in October. But yep, the top two teams in terms of circuit standings at the end of 6 whole months of the monthly Valorant Open will go to FSL Elite. So it's definitely a tall order for the teams for them, to just snag the top two spots, especially since, for example, this month we've got 4 different groups. Each group has 10 teams. There's 40 teams.
40
Yep,
teams.
participating in this month of the FSL Valo circuit. We were oversubscribed too. There was more than 40 teams that actually registered. I think it was something like 46 teams wanted to play
Wow.
for this season. Yeah, because whenever like I played in Valo Open in the past sometimes, and like for some of my teammates, sometimes we weren't really sure if we wanted to play that season or not. So when I was like telling my friends like, "Hey, are we registering?" They were like, "Oh, let me think about it." I'm like, "You can't think about it. If you think about it, we can't play anymore.
You
It's gonna
just
fill
gotta
up
go.
so fast. Like we need to decide now. Now is the time. Go." Yeah.
That's
So out of 40 teams per month, like to make it into the top two right at the end of 6 months of play, that's absolutely insane.
wow. Gotta love the response. And it's all thanks to you guys and all of these signups that we get to keep the lights on and keep doing these FSL games. So show your support to female gamers all around the globe, especially for us, Southeast Asia right now. And I mean, it's awesome. I mean, just remind me again, thanks to these guys, how much is what's the prize pool going to be for FSL Elite?
Elite, I think, is 5,000 prize pool for that. It's absolutely insane, actually. So it's a
5,000
monthly 1K prize pool for the next 6 months, and then that's all going to accumulate into the 5K prize
in
pool in
total. That's going
October.
to be
hmm
6 months plus
Can
5,000
you
at the end.
imagine if this is just like your monthly meal ticket and you're just like, you know
Ooh.
what? Like, I need a new keyboard. Let's just go
Yeah.
smash up some teams in FSL. Let's go. Of course, it's way harder to execute than it is for us to say. I mean, a bunch of these
True,
girls
true.
earlier on when we were seeing that, which is that game Alter Celeste versus OG Centuria, just all Radiant plus Immortal lobby, like just literally the best of the best, the highest ranks that you could actually get in this game. It's just such
Really
high level
insane.
gameplay.
Just absolutely high level. I mean, I bet these girls can even compare. I mean, yeah, this is a female only league, sure, what have you, but I bet they could beat some of the best teams in Southeast Asia as well.
Yep, for sure. And there's some of the girls that don't just play in FSL. For a lot of these players, especially when you're looking at countries such as Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, which have just very robust esports scenes. They have a lot of esports organizations willing to pick teams up. Some of these girls, they actually play in some of the other Southeast Asian tournaments. For example, I think there was this one girl that we had last year. She was on Myth. She actually was the only
Oh yeah,
girl on the entire boy roster as
that
well.
is, if I recall her name, it's actually escaping me right
Say
now.
that they subbed her in because like I think she had another tourney that she needed to play, so she could only like play the evening games, something like that. But it was just like absolutely insane that they were able to make that happen.
Yeah,
But
it's a
talking about like
Thai
going
team.
toe to toe, definitely for sure, there are girls in here that are that competitive.
I just remembered her name. It's Ginny. Ginny,
Yes,
there it is.
Jenny. Yes, Jinny. Yes.
Jinny, and she's full time with the team right now. I
Mhm.
think they are under a different name, I believe. It's not MI Myth anymore, or I can't remember what the name is, but she's the only girl in that mixed gender team. And it's not just that she's, playing in a mixed gender team. She's also their in-game leader.
Yep, she's fragging out. She's calling the shots. She's
Insane.
that boss. She is that
She
boss
is
that you
that
want
boss.
behind her
There
team.
was that I think VCT, the Valorant Champions Tour. There was a promo video where they talked about, okay, we got these star players from each region, and of course for the Southeast Asian region, which is our region, it's none other than Ginny. She had a whole segment where she talked about like plays that her team made, and she explained exactly in depth, how her thought process goes around. And if you just watch that video, the way she explains like how she deciphers, okay, if someone's here, I know where to position myself. You can really see how high level that high level thinking that she has. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think just the way that pro players think about the game is completely different, whole new level as you were talking about. I think for a lot of us, for a lot of viewers, especially back home, you think of Valo, you think of like computer games, and you're like, oh, it's like entertainment. I just want to like
No.
play some games with my friends. But for a lot of the players that are watching, I mean, this is their career. You go professional of this. There's absolutely that type of avenue right here, and these players take that very seriously.
I like to describe it as high level chess. It's like high level speed chess, because you're not just, yeah, you got mechanics, you want to aim and shoot and stuff, but you're also thinking about positioning. If you move someone into a position, you're forking their knight and bishop and stuff. It's like you're watching Magnus Carlsen versus GM Hikaru.
Wow, someone spent their break watching Queen's Gambit.
Maybe. Or
Me.
I'm just a troll on the internet watching the Botez sisters or something like that.
Also true.
Yeah,
Wouldn't put it past you.
that's me. But
Guys, I think we are in a bit of a pause. Right now, we had to remake the lobby. I think one of the players had to reconnect. We are going to play on the Hong Kong server this time around. Map is going to be on Ascent. The thing with DFT, Finestra, as well as Game Over Philippines is, of course, that actually both these teams are from the Philippines. So I know for us, we're in Singapore a lot of times. We just take for granted that
Our
Singapore, our ping, that we don't even, it's not only one server, we have two servers.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Singapore 1 is giving you trouble, you're like, you know what, we're
Alright,
connected to Singapore
server
2. Sometimes we use the Hong Kong server as well. It's not terrible, but yeah, we just take it for granted that we're in Singapore and we don't have ping issues. But for a couple of these girls and some of the other Southeast Asian countries, I think the Philippines doesn't have their own dedicated server for Valorant right now. I know like it's Singapore, Hong Kong, India also has their
Japan.
own server. Yeah, but late at night, if you're queuing at like 2 or 3 in the morning, you get like a lot of Japanese players trying to like
Really?
play out. Yeah, they play on like 70 to 90, and they're trying to they squad up as 5 and they're trying to make things happen, but we have better ping. So yeah, not as fun for them. It's really fun for me
Fun for
when that
us.
happens. I think Australia sometimes
Oh,
connects to
sometimes, yeah.
Singapore as well.
You would think geographically Japan might be closer to Hong Kong, I guess, but I don't know. Sometimes people just want to play with Singaporeans for some reason.
Sometimes things happen.
But yeah, one of the players, I believe, from DFT Finestra or something, maybe a little bit of a technical issue. So we're going to fix that in a minute, and we'll be right back, guys. Don't go away. Hello, welcome back. We're back into the game, and right now it is DFT Finestra versus Gamer Girls Philippines on the map Ascent. Of course, DFT Finestra are the ones defending GGP Attack. And just to mention, it's we had a little bit of a technical issue. I think one of the players DC'd. I'm not sure if it was a connection issue or a power outage. If it's a computer crash, however, then maybe you want to upgrade your computer and pick up a new Intel processor. Of course, we are sponsored by Intel, as well as Yahoo and Singapore Esports Association, and also Tokenized Exchange. Yeah.
Yep, bringing in some cool new sponsors this time around. Tokenized Exchange, of course. One of their new sponsors joining us for the FSL Valorant Circuit 2021. Pretty cool. How, like, crypto being a huge thing worldwide. I think we've been seeing a couple of...
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
To the moon.
GameStop. Yeah, we've seen a couple of coins just, sponsor some esports teams. I think it's been pretty cool when you just like tune into streams worldwide and you see like that little coin logo on some of their cool jackets and merch and stuff. But
You know it. Yeah. Get sponsored by cryptocurrencies. But of course, right now, it's the Gamer Girls Philippines, and they're playing things a little bit more slowly. It looked like they were pushing towards A at first, now rotating towards B. And of course, I think there were a couple of rotates from the defender side as well. Now they're routing back over onto the B site, just waiting for the push out of B main. It is going to be the first Lear that secures their safe passage over onto lane, and back up to the site where they will face off against Vinsmoke. Classic right click misses, and it's going to be an easy kill for Moon. A lot of kills happening on the board, but they do have the control. Ice Cube trying to contest this. She does get a couple of kills with her Frenzy, and this could change the outcome of the match.
Yeah, 2v2 right now. Ray is already really low, only down to 10 health. Gonna get to get down to 47. Last player still alive. It's gonna be a 1v2 situation. Omen on the right, very sneaky spot on top of that box. Yep, Moon will be able to pick her off right there. So very nicely done from GGP all around. They got the plant out. We're able to secure the site long enough. Also get the team wipe off of DFT Finestra. So one of the best rounds that they could have asked for this time around to start things off.
Yeah, it's interesting. DFT Finestra, you know, we haven't really seen much of them before. This is their second time taking part. I mean, just taking a look at our notes right now. They played in the 5th FSL Open last year, but they were only in group stages. So against the Gamer Girls Philippines this time around, not sure if they'll be able to secure themselves a win. Of course, remember the FSL Valorant Open format. It's double elimination, and we are in the lower brackets right now. So if either of these teams lose, it's going to be game over.
Yeah, Mauve, I mean, she actually thought that it was clear and was like, wait a minute, I had to look back for that one.
Do a double take.
Yeah, wait a minute, there really is someone there, shocked. But yeah, it's gonna be 2v5 already. Spike has been planted. V1 and Smoke. ISSI is gonna drop that grenade over by Heaven, but really sneaky positioning on top of the generator right there. It's gonna make things at 1v5, and she's at 34 health right there. Yeah, they do hear her footsteps. Know that she's gonna come around the side. It's just an easy pickup for Impulse.
Easy pickup, flawless victory. What more is there to say? Aside from maybe the fact that we have a player named Ice.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's top frag right now. And my general rule in Valorant is you don't BM your top frag. So
True.
we can, like, wait a couple rounds, see if she drops.
And then we'll talk about it.
And then we'll be like, seriously? And Ice fangirl? He plays Dota. You guys didn't hear anything? We were going to wait a few rounds. Oh, no.
The cat's out of the bag. Ray Rashu got a little bit antsy about it. But of course, Ice right now. There is ice in her veins or something, because even though she heard that many footsteps, she knew just to pop those paint shells to disturb them a bit in the main. And because of that, their pushes have been a little bit more slower, and this gives her 1 kill. Of course, though, Miss X does find her way onto the site now, easy peasy as well. This is site control handed over onto Gamer Girls Philippines. Spike, I mean, Lockdown goes into play as well. Vinsmoke just trying to wait for the headshot. She does get the 1, but still, the lockdown. 1 second left, they stay alive. This buys a little bit of time, but Easy Peasy still needs to make these plays happen.
Yeah, it only buys about 1/3 of the entire bomb detonations. And right now it's 1-3, easy peasy. And Boathouse, we've seen that play happen multiple times throughout today. If you're going to hide inside Boathouse, you're gonna be easy pickings for the team 3v1 you, just bum rush you in your face. But yeah, that lockdown position, I was kind of wondering why when they put the lockdown, when they planted the bomb, actually they planted it pretty open. It's kind of to the side of the triple box. I was kind of wondering like, oh, that's not quite the default spot. And then she put the lockdown. I was like, oh, I get it. So she wants to have more cover instead for the lockdown, so it's not quite out as in the open compared to the bomb. So it's a bit of an inspired play.
Definitely inspired. I mean, you definitely don't want to overexpose yourself at any point in time, but that's just the thing, right? You're playing over by Boathouse. You just in a 1v3 scenario, it's tough to isolate these duels when you're just stuck in that one position and your enemies know where you are. So you might want to switch up the positions next time or have someone to support you, and hopefully they don't die before you do. But right now it's going to be GGP going for mid control, and this will give them quite a bit of information as they exert some pressure towards this guarded position. Mauve there to receive them. She will be forced to back off.
Yeah, I like what the Raze is doing. She's actually been going left, right throughout the entire C2. This is like kind of the second round that she's making just because they weren't really sure where GGP was going. But now that they've shown themselves over on A, you just see Finestra pulling all 5 members back toward this A site. They're a bit late though. They're going to have to pay for the retake. JXtina over in heaven.
Over heaven. She's looking for something. We have easy peasy lurking over by A short as well. It's going to be a headshot to start things off, and now it's a 3v3. A lot of players just trying to make a play through heaven right now. And this could be problematic, but it seems like it's easy, in fact, for GGP. They know where they are. They're just waiting and trying to get the perfect shot. Ice tries to blast pack onto side, but Miss X was just a second faster than her.
That would have been the best highlight reel ever if she'd managed to clutch that satchel down. But I like what she was doing before that. She was actually just pre-firing around the corner because she knew that Reina was going to show up there. Actually, very good positioning on the cluster as well. The thing is, because she did pre-fire, she actually went down to 5 bullets, which is why she was forced to duck back over around the side and reload. And when she was there, she was like, you know what? I've got a satchel. I'm a Raze main. I'm going to go for it. She just dropped the Q at her feet. But, you know, by then, team members GGP had her number and knew she was going to do that, so.
Good effort. I mean, you could see the plan was there. It's just execution-wise, it's a little bit slower.
The cogs turning in her head. She was thinking that one out.
Of course, right now with DFT Finestra on an eco, it's going to be free reign as they push onto a site. They gain quick control, and now they will be setting up their post-plant positions. Of course, JXtina spotting them out with a drone. This could be big information. She's trying to do that shock dart bounce off, but I don't think it's quite going to connect. An attacker lockdown and a defender lockdown in play right now. Very messy on both ends. But of course, one of the lockdowns gets destroyed. They have no choice but to back off. 2 players got detained though. Oh no, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. They do get it halfway. Ice. She needs to stay alive if she wants to convert this into a win.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for the does pick up one. It's going to kill on the GGP Moon. It's going to get the bounce off onto the pain shield right now. It's just if they want to run away from the blast side. I think she is going to make it. Impulse, though, is not so lucky. So Miss X, as well as Raze, are going to make it out of that one. They're going to carry their guns into round number 6. So very dicey at the end right there. It's one thing that we haven't seen just yet today, but it happens a lot of the time in competitive playing solo queue as well, which is kind of the lockdown for lockdown response. A lot of times, you know, if you're seeing, say like for entry fraggers, you see a lot of people talking about, oh, you trade the flash for flash. KJ in particular, she has that unique trading lockdown for lockdown. I feel like it kind of favors the KJ who pops hit second because you then usually get the extra 1-2 seconds. It doesn't matter if you get the detain. It is a cute interaction. But we are into round number 6 now.
Yeah, both Killjoy lockdowns have been spent, so they're going to have to think of different ways if they want to push onto sites. But what just happened there? It looked like DFT Finestra left this A site completely open. Easy peasy, just walked onto the site. Easy peasy. And this is going to be the Leer to slow down the defensive retakes. Since they already have the site, they just need to wait for the pushes, but they neglect to check the garden angle. It's going to be a flank from Jaja or Haha, and 2 kills. Ice gets the last one. It's going to be 2-4. Well played by the Killjoy player.
Yeah, really good on the diffuse. Actually just kind of big braining GGP around, which was like they kind of let GGP think that A was free. And then GGP just kind of walked onto side cool as cucumbers. We're like, oh great, well this is an easy plan. But DFT Finestra were able to play out that retake very well. And as you mentioned, I think just some lack of checking corners on the side of Programmer Philippines' squad part. Something we've seen a couple of times here and there. I think really in the heat of the moment, you forget to check both your corners. I like to say, you want to think about it like crossing the street. You look left, you look right, and then you cross. You don't want to just look left and then cross because you might get hit from the right. So
look left, look right, and think twice before committing into a site that looks free. If it looks free, sometimes it's too good to be true. And in fact, it's all a big brain play from Haha, and of course she gets the last laugh.
Yeah, she's ha-ha-haing to the bank.
Yeah, right now 2-4. They should be putting a stop to the momentum from GGP, but it's going to be the From the Shadows that gets cancelled. Not sure if she got some information out of that. Looks like a couple of players are rotating over to A, in fact. At the same time, Moon, who is the spike carrier, is just lurking over by the bottom of mid.
Yeah, playing things out really slow. We're down to less than 1 minute on the clock right now. You can kind of see Omen. She's kind of like not really sure if it's going to be an A or B just yet.
Oh,
so Smokes
easy?
just... Oh, what a nice push!
That was perfectly timed. Oh, gets the dink, but not the kill on the second, though. Impulse gets a free rifle out of that.
30 seconds.
Now they will be making their way
Spike
onto a
down,
site, hopefully. B
Last
is
player
completely
standing.
open, but A short isn't. And Mauve will secure the spike for her team. 10 HP and a dream. What can you do other than peek out and get shut down by ice, ice, ice? Sometimes it's just hail, Ice falls from the sky.
Oh, I was wondering where you're gonna go with that. I was like, is this the Hail Mary?
No.
What?
H-A-I-L.
It was worse.
It was worse.
I gave you too much credit in my brain.
Out of like a 5, how much is that? Negative.
Well, I still need to cast with you again tomorrow, so maybe like a 4.
Okay.
A
okay.
4.2, yeah.
And then
that's
after
pretty good.
tomorrow, it just goes all the way
3,
down.
2.
And then 1. But no, this is 2, 3 kills for Ice, Ice, Ice.
God.
One enemy remaining.
1 kill for each Ice in her name. Mauve now going with the aggression. What just happened there? They had, I think, an eco, but
They lined up perfectly for her to get
Oh,
the consecutive first 2 hit taps to open that with a double. Man, if she gets the 4K right here, she's got a name change to Ice, 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 Ice. I'm telling you. You know, like how Pew Pew gets like the double kill? Yeah, she needs to make this happen.
Now what about Haha?
Ha
Ha ha ha. Okay, no, that's just terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
It's been a long day.
It has. Yes, it has. Of course, now the spike is down. They don't know where Uni is, and she will get 1 kill onto the star player of this round. Might be able to pick up the rifle as well, but the defending team knows. All they need to do is to secure the
30
spike, so
seconds
they're not
left.
even worried.
Yeah, she's actually trying to hide. She's trying to be safe. There's like 1v4. There's not really all that much options for you, but I say that, but she picks up a very nice kill onto Haha around the back. I was just kind of like walking backwards
10
slowly,
seconds
not really
left.
looking around her, but there's gives enough time for the recon ball to come out. Won't really spot out her position though. They're really not sure where she's going to be. I like what DFT Finestra did, which is that they had just one member on the team just sit on spike the entire time towards the end of that round. They just wanted to be absolutely sure, even though it looked like GGP was going to save their last gun into the next round. You can really never be too sure, so they just had one player sit onto the spike, just make sure that they weren't going to be able to get any sort of sneaky plan off.
And that's exactly how you want to play it. When the spike is down, all you gotta do is to watch that thing. Of course, though, Uni does manage to pick up a rifle, and that's a little bit of economy for her team. They will be full buying into this round. It's 4-4 right now, and this round could very well put someone at a disadvantage if they make some kind of a misplay. The entirety of mid has been smoked out by the Omen player, and this denies information on the defending team. You can see that GGP wants to push this A short position. As soon as the smoke dissipates, Mauve falls. Now smoking into Garden. They want to push in and possibly take up a lot of space onto A site before deciding to hit. Oh, in fact, A has been kind of left open because they're so focused on this fight over by A short.
Yeah, focus on that fight. They're gonna use that drone right here. Just get a bit more information. Doesn't quite need to be able to put that one.
What?
Wait a minute. 1v1?
She turned a 1v3 into a 1v1 because
Holy
of
cow.
a lurk flank. Haha. She is looking to get that last laugh again. Miss X in a 1v1, and the turret does give away her position. Now she has to be careful. She does have a nano swarm though. Could flush her out of position.
I mean, they
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's gonna be absolutely brutal.
Uh-oh.
When she runs out, she's
Uh-oh.
gonna get shot by the tower too. That's absolutely brilliant play to just pincer her. I mean, she was just left with no good options at the point. They knew that she was over in hell corner, just dropping the grenade over at the entrance, just kind of forcing her out. And the second that she does run out, she's gonna get hit in the face by the tower that she preemptively dropped there. So very well played. And you've got to think, you know, it's KJ versus KJ. They absolutely know that this is how the agent needs to be played.
Exactly. When you're playing against another person who mains your agent, it's like it's just that intense duel. You both know your moves and
that like pride, right? It's like, no, I'm the better KJ.
yeah.
It's like Overwatch all over again where they're like, no, I'm the better Mercy.
Exactly. Who heals better? Now I do. But right now it's Mauve trying to outsnipe her counterparts. It looks like she whiffs her shot though, but it does force them off of mid. Right now, a couple more players are trying to make a play through B main at the same time. A lot of presence being made because of that one operator. She is holding by market as well. Only one shot left in the chamber. Moon is aware of this, so she probably doesn't want to push without any smokes or utility. Still, got to be very, very careful before they decide to push into a site.
Yeah, one shot left on the sniper. That's the absolute confidence play right there. It's kind of like when you go below about 12 bullets on your Vandal or rifle, those are kind of when you want to reload. But here goes the engage.
Engage and disengage. They're taking things a little bit slow and fast at the same time, but pushing at the wrong moment will cost them dearly. They do get the sight in, but the spike has been dropped. And at the same time, Moon's position has been exposed. She goes in for the spray and doesn't connect it onto Vinsmoke, who is just a little bit too fast for her. And of course, this is going to be DFT looking at their 6th win. 2 rounds away from the end of the first half, and this is a good position.
Yeah, good position. We've always been bringing up how Ascent is kind of one of the more balanced maps that we have available in Valorant right now. Although there was that one game earlier on where I think both teams were significantly better on the CT side of Ascent that we saw. There was pretty much like that was the miracle comeback. Yeah, from Sphinx, just 9 rounds in a row once they swapped to defense. But in general, Ascent, you can't expect scores such as what we're seeing right now, which is like the 6-4.
That was a lot of information. I'm not sure if you caught that. 4 players were tagged because of 1 recon dart. And now Ice with the boombot tries to slow down this offensive push. They are going in with a thrifty buy though. It's Spectres and Stingers all throughout. Justina misses her spray, has to duck out of that. Of course though, Mauve just making her shots connect. She has her ult as well. This 5v3 is looking to be very, very dangerous for the side of GGP.
Yep, 5v3. Omen is really low, but Isis is gonna take down mid off of that one. There's the shots right from the operator. Picks up easy peasy over by the generators. Easy defuse from the side of DFT Finestra. And there's that Manor Sova saying thank you for giving me this alt point. Just put it into my pocket right there. Bank it for that next round. Hopefully, he's just trying to get the Hunter's Fury in the last round before the swap. Their side, they do have Jet as well as KJ ultimates available. KJ, of course, just purely team-oriented ultimate, whereas Jet's, you know, that the Jet, Reyna, the Empress. I mean, those are just straight up. I want to bully, I want to style kind of ultimates. But yeah, Silva Hunter's Fury definitely very useful. It has good zoning potential. You can get a lot of good chunk damage if you land your first shot. It's 80 damage, and it breaks through completely your first shot too.
Exactly. She gets a kill, Juxtina. This will convert into a Hunter's Fury. She could deny plants. She could retake sites. There's so much that she could do. Of course, the operator is doing a lot as well this time around. I think there are 2 operators, in fact, on the defensive side. DFT just asserting dominance right now over this B main position. They have no choice but to fall back at the B lobby, and they get spotted out by the Sova drone. This is not good. Double, can you make it a triple? No, but it's okay because there is another recon vault in play. The spike is down as well, and Juxtina is looking for it. Oh, she eats it! 8-4 is the score at the end of the first half, and DFT Finestra are happy.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling ahead, especially towards the last half of the first round. But I just want to point out just how good Ice is at shooting. I mean, earlier on we say, okay, she's top frag, she's got those 2 kills in that round 1. But I think also it kind of goes down to not just gun difference, but also just the way that she responds so fast. Just her crosshair placement just kind of has good instincts as well. I'd also like to point out that DFT Finestra are the higher elo team. They do have 2 Immortal players, 4 diamonds on their squad. Yeah, on the other side, I think they're mostly plats to silver. Yeah, I think it's 3 plat players, 2 golds, as well as 1 silver. So it's kind of showing in these exchanges that they take even just 1v1.
Yeah, the skill gap is a little bit apparent.
I've been trying to avoid saying skill gap.
Well, I just said it, you know, let's just address the elephant in the room. It's right there, you know. But we're seeing it, but at the same time, GGP has performed better on defense at times in the previous match, I believe. And right now, 8-4. The fact that they've won 4 rounds against a team full of Immortals and Diamonds, it definitely says something. Not quite able to connect the shots, but still a good position nonetheless. She does slow them down just by a bit, enough for her team to rotate over. They have to be careful now, though. Ice, she's going hunting. She's feeling herself, this girl.
Yeah, for sure. 5v2 now once again. Almost it's going to pick up the kill onto Ice, though, but they are going to get one in return, making this a 4v1. Uni right here in a bad spot. Gets that headshot, though. Very nicely done. Lands those 3-4 shots into the body. I mean, sure, you don't get the headshot, but you get those body shots. That's going to be enough, but they know she's there. Mom just peeks around the corner, says, you know what? I'm the better Jet. I'm going to pistol for pistol, get you back, and yeah, we're on to the second round after the swap.
You know, sometimes rank is not everything. Uni definitely proves that. She did, you know, turn that 1v4 into a 1v2, I think. But at the end of the day, it is, you know, the overall teamwork and team plays that matter. Still, it's fairly impressive, the fact that they've already won 4 rounds now. Uni with the shotguns, they're smart. They know to hold these off angles if the team decides to push through. And they probably will, because they're thinking that GGP are on eco. Here it comes. Oh, can she connect it? No, she does not.
That was so smart, though. They kind of wanted to catch out the Bucky over by the side, so they first sent in that beanbot just to zone. Talking about Ray's base, exercise once again, picking up ECPC straight in the face. Impulse goes down over in heaven. 4v2 right now. Haha, able to switch out her gun, picking up that Spectre. So she does get the gun upgrade. He's going to put the tower over in heaven just to get that line of sight. And Moon with that Judge straight in the head. It's going to be a 1v2. Jet is really low too. Can Moon clutch it out here?
Oh no, it was doable, but unfortunately Mauve is just that tad bit more accurate, and that could be the mechanical skill that she has. Of course, when you have a lot more experience, you're just that much better at flicking and aiming. Headshots are not an issue for you. Moon, if she held on to that Judge, she might actually have been able to take down Mauve. I'm not entirely sure, but nonetheless, good effort. The score right now is 10-4. They should be buying just a little bit. Oh, they're going
double shotgun, double shotgun. They thought about the double Bucky for a while, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go for the
Judge.
I love this. I really hope that they can make that. Holding short play happen. Judge, I think the benefit that Judge really has over the Bucky is that Bucky, sure, you can get the first kill, but then you're very vulnerable. Judge, even if they're running 3 people in, you probably, you know, usually if they run straight at you over at B, right here, if you're hiding at stacks. Oh no.
She could get detained though.
Oh no, she's oh no.
That was unfortunate. But this is still smart play from DFT. If we look at how they decided to push, first of all, I mean, yeah, what's the lockdown? Second of all, they know that because they have this tendency to play shotguns on GGP's side, they push through mid, which is a very narrow corridor. It's long range. Shotguns don't perform well there, and that is why they decided to go with this B split, and it works out beautifully. It's all up to Uni, but she can't do much against Vidsmoke. So 11-4. We have to wait and see if GGP are going to change up their strategy. They desperately need to make something happen.
Yeah, usually the best spots for Judge or a Bucky or any sort of shotgun that you have on Ascent is going to be B right at the entrance, kind of towards the left, so not the wallbang spot, but a bit closer to the entrance. A, it's kind of where we saw Jet hanging out earlier. It's right through the doorway on the right. You can, if you're, say, Raze, for example, saturate yourself up onto the box. It does give you better positioning. Most people won't look up on the box and you can just headshot them there. Or if you're mid, there's the little like wood stacks over towards market. It's the part where you can look into market, and as long as you don't peek out through mid, that's a very good short spot to hold. It's kind of my favorite spot. If you're playing KJ, you can actually set up a crossfire right there with the tower too. It's pretty sweet.
Very, very sweet indeed. You can set up a crossfire all by yourself, but all by yourself at the same time, it's going to be Haha who's going to get the spike planted. 11-4, she gets spotted out by the drone, but that's not an issue. Impulse might know where they are, but unless the team comes in with a well-executed retake, it's not quite going to happen. Vidsmoke is just a little bit better holding the off angle. No matter where they try to push from, the firepower from DFT is just a little bit too strong.
Yeah, it definitely seems like DFT Finestra have their ops number at this point. I mean, game did look closer in the first 10 rounds or so, and I really just kind of think it was probably DFT Finestra just sending out their feelers, you know, on GGP, just trying to see what sort of strategies they would have to pull. And now that DFT Finestra, they've had the overwhelming lead ever since we've swapped over in this half. It just seems like there's not all that much that GGP can do. There's nothing really all that new that they can show.
You should run.
Stealing sight.
KJ lockdown.
See, this is the thing about GGP. They're playing defense, they get paranoid, and now they have no choice but to back out. This gives them the B site. Miss X gets detained, but she kind of pushes them off of the side as well. So this was a good play, but we have to see if DFT are deciding to push yet again. Right now they're just trying to regain control over B lobby, make sure that no one is going to take them from the back. Mauve, be careful. Oh, that wallbang was close.
Yeah, that was so close. I think she thinks someone is there. She looks like she wants to try again. She's not sure. Easy peasy already. There's the showstopper. Satchel coming out. Will she get one? Does get the kill onto Easy peasy. Finishes her off. 5v3.
Oh, wow.
One
Not
enemy
quite
remaining.
getting the last one, but still,
Spike
it's
planted.
Uni, the lone survivor, 50 points of health. And she needs this win to stay and keep her team alive. 8 points of health now. Oh no. She's been stuck in this position before.
They're chasing after her. They know she's there. She's going to dash out, but I think it's only going to be a matter of time. Picks up one, though. Isn't able to clutch that one out. Haha. I mean, she's been laughing this whole game. This girl is showing up so big for her team. It's kind of fitting that she gets that last kill.
Yeah, very fitting. Last laugh.
Ice didn't just top frag her team. She top frag all 10 players.
She
this
styled.
Game. Yeah, she heard us. She was like, I'm not just an Ice fan.
She heard you.
I don't.
Okay.
Hey, she heard us. We're a team.
All right. All right.
I mean, we're not even sure if this girl is a Dota fan.
Who knows? Maybe she just likes Ice Cube, you know, NWA.
Yeah, that's the one. That's gotta be the one.
It has got to be. Well, whatever it is, This girl is definitely outperforming every single person in this lobby right now. Of course, though, at the same time, props to Uni and Miss X. They did perform outstandingly at times as well. Uni, a lot of times she was the last player alive, but she doesn't go down without a fight. She comes out swinging.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this was their second game that we've seen from GGP in this day ones. It is kind of fortunate that, they dropped this one. It means that they're going to have to wait till next month to regroup and come back again. But for sure, probably going to be spending the next month, playing a lot of scrims, getting a lot of that practice down. I can't wait to see Uni again. I think she showed us a lot of great shooting skills, great use of the jet knives.
Oh, yeah. Jet knives, the Spectre, they have it all. But that will be the end of this current match. We'll be going to a short break, and we'll be back with the next one. Don't go